Alright, for those of you who don't know, Steven Crowder is a far-right political commentator who, quite a while ago, got divorced from his wife. Now, there has recently been a leaked video in which Steven Crowder is very abusive towards his wife. And we're going to get right into it, and I'll talk about it later. And we'll just kind of talk about Steven Crowder for a bit.
I drew a boundary. No, you just did it. I drew a boundary of abusive and cruel. You were not taking the car. Because if you refuse to do wifely things, then I will go pick up the groceries. Steaks, wood pellets, my grill. I know it's not unreasonable, but I'll go do it. How about you first? Hillary, how do you respect me? Yes, how do you man? How do you man? You see love and respect. No. How do you man? No, you're not taking love.
Steven,
You're not taking the car.
Steven,
You are not.
then I will ask them to take me back. Would you like me to ask?
Oh, that's right.
It's not correct, Steven.
Get an Uber.
Okay, Steven, I can't.
The fact of him asking his wife to go get an Uber, by the way, she's 8 months pregnant. If you can't tell, she is 8 months pregnant at this time with twins. And he just told her to go take an Uber because he doesn't want her to take the car. And like, first of all, this guy's getting paid millions of dollars to spout the most hateful shit, the most unhinged shit in the world. And yet he only owns one car. And if you think that's weird, let me tell you something. It is pretty common for abusers, whether mentally or physically, to try to limit the way that their spouse or their partner could get away with them. So, if someone has one car and they are in an abusive relationship, that could be a way of the abuser trying to limit the person, like from where they can, when they can leave the place that they are sharing or not.
Feeling some constraints?
Steven.
Like, I can't
Steven.
go. Listen to me. You want to walk out right now? Listen to me. I can't go to the gym. I can't go to my parents. I can't call my friends. I can't be home. You're going to take the car and leave me?
She's going to, get groceries? I don't exactly know what she's doing, but it seems as though she's just trying to get groceries, and he's throwing a fucking hissy fit about it. Like, dude, if you're so worried about wanting to go see your parents, wanting to go see the gym, wanting to go see your friends, how about you get another fucking car, because you make millions of dollars doing this shit.
Here, Hillary, just think of how boxed in you've made me.
What do you need me to pick up? I'll get it. I'll be back when I'm back.
No, that doesn't work either. You'll be back when you're back. That doesn't work either.
See,
Do you understand the difference between my mind being set to the second and you going, I'll be back when I'm back?
Steven.
And making it work. The only way.
The only way out of this is discipline and respect. Coming from a man who obviously doesn't respect her, coming from a man who doesn't know how to discipline himself when he's literally seen the mother of his children almost break down in tears in front of his face. Like, this guy's a monster.
The way out of it is discipline and respect. It's the only way out of it when we're at an impasse.
He already did pass.
Good. Because you can't have any discipline or respect.
Steven.
Yeah. There you go. You throw your hand, you give up so easily.
I don't give up, Steven.
Hillary,
Steven.
you give up so easily.
I
I just said the only way out of this is discipline and respect. You said, then we're at an impasse.
Steven, no, we are at an impasse, okay? I love you, but Steven, your abuse is sick. Your abuse
Watch it.
is-
Does that sound like someone who is being respectful, telling her to watch it just because she's calling him out on his deliberate abuse?
sick.
Watch it. Fucking watch it.
I'm gonna let go. I'll get what you need me to get. And I need some space. We need to just stop engaging for a little bit. Okay? I love you. I love you very much.
I don't love you. That's the big problem. I've never received love from you, and in fact,
I have never received love from you. he's saying that to the fucking mother of his children when all she wants is just go get fucking groceries.
This is when I go, look, I need you to eat B, C, and D. You just about it. You go, no. But I love you more than life itself. Okay.
By the way, he's telling her to do wifely duties. She's 8 months pregnant. He's just fucking sitting down smoking a cigar. Which is completely healthy around a woman who is 8 months pregnant with twins.
Put on some gloves. No. But I love you more than life itself. That's not fair. It's not fair, and it's disingenuous. Hillary, you're right in that.
He's trying to fucking debate lord his own wife. Like, that's how much of a fucking creep and a weirdo this guy is, that he's trying to debate lord his own wife.
Become someone who's in it, day in and day out, worthy of a wife. No, not as a wife. I didn't say as a wife. Hillary, come on now.
I'm not going to engage. I'm not going to engage anymore. I'm going to go. I'll get texting that you need. I'll get you to you. I love you. I'm committed to you.
Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm not trying to.
Are you committed enough to do those things? You're not committed to anything. You're not committed to anything. You just said I love you. I'm committed to that. Walk the dogs, put on some gloves. Walk the dogs, put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to do those things?
By the way, the whole put on some gloves thing is him trying to, he wants her to put on some gloves so that she can give his dog medicine. Which is like, alright, but the reason why she doesn't want to do it is she doesn't know if being around the medicine would do something negatively to her as a woman who's 8 months pregnant with twins. And which is an understandable concern. Like, medicine, even like touching it or being around it could be hazardous. But like, and even if you think that's bullshit or not, doesn't matter, because why can't he do it? Why can't he do it? She's going to get groceries. Why can't he do it? Why does she have to be the one to give the dog medicine when he's right there? Like, the dog's literally right there. He was sitting on the couch, not that far from it, but can't just give it the medicine. No, he has to finish his shitty fucking cigar.
Are you committed enough to do those things? Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm gonna just
Walk the dogs, put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to get the medication the dogs take? Okay, take that in.
Oh. As the Crowders head inside, Stephen gets angry, and anger by his own admission screams, "I will fuck you up," at his pregnant wife, who then flees their home. By the way, of his own admission, he says, "I will fuck you up." I don't know how you can watch that and be like, no, Crowder's in the right. I legitimately don't know. There are other videos out there. One of the weirdest things coming out of this is XQC was fucking defending him in his chat. I believe in his Discord chat or something. Most negative interactions look like abuse when you leak specific clips from one side in the most uncharitable ways. People learn nothing from the Depp trial shit. Also, this Crowder shit is wild. I don't know why everyone is making ridiculous conclusions from leaked video/audio. Twitter Andes. First of all, he's fucking dumb. Like, this is fucking stupid. If you can watch that video and not understand exactly what was, like, how abusive he was being, then you really need to fucking, I don't know. Like, the shit is disgusting. If you can't tell, the best way I can explain it is that I made this tweet before streaming that said, if there is anyone who saw that Steven Crowder video and saying shit like out of context or clip chimped, do yourself a favor and please touch some grass and interact with anyone outside of your weird ass Discord service. Discord service, not service. Like, this is the best way I can describe all this. Like, go out, talk to people. Because trying to defend this shit, or not recognizing how abusive this fucking was. It's fucking wild. I believe he did say something about like the fact that he was going to leak about shit. Hold on, here we go. Let's watch this.
I commented on my ongoing divorce on Tuesday, requesting privacy in the best interest of the family, but also by court order agreed upon by all parties. Look, broken marriages are ugly, and in them people do ugly things. Myself, of course included, I would never claim otherwise. However, due to recent misleadingly edited leaks to the tabloid press without context and not subject to consequences of the court, well, if not privacy, the next best option.
You know that the context doesn't really make him look any favorable, right? Like, even with context, like the context I gave you, it doesn't make him look any better. It makes him look very similarly worse.
Is truth. So today, I have filed a motion to officially unseal all files as they relate to the matter of legal record. Finances, relevant medical records, including mental health history or evaluations, depositions, and any motions or sanctions from the courts of Texas. I will not be leaking private marital information to the press, but if the privacy agreements are not respected by all parties, I will address all that is a matter of irrefutable legal record in full context next week.
Which is basically him threatening his wife, like he's gonna leak some shit because of all this. Let's see this. As of today, I filed a motion to officially unseal. Oof. Oh, it's literally just like a text version of what he said. I don't know. There was another video about this. Earlier, it was like before that one. It was the one he was referring to where he said he was talking about his divorce. But it doesn't seem like I can find it anywhere. But like, this is just wild shit. Oh, I think this might be it.
A proverbial boot on my neck for going on years now.
Oh.
Since
Let's run this back.
I have been living with a proverbial boot on my neck for going on years now. Since 2021, I've been living through what has increasingly been a horrendous divorce. Now, let me say on the outset, to be clear, there is no infidelity, any kind of physical abuse at all on.
Notice how he specifies. He specifies physical abuse.
Either side. And no, this was not my choice. My then wife decided that she didn't want to be married anymore. And in the state of Texas, that is completely permitted. It's been the most heartbreaking experience of my life, what I consider to be my deepest personal failure. And just so you know, my opinions on parenting and families have not changed. I've always believed that children need a mom and a dad, that divorce is horrible. And I still believe that children need a mom and a dad and that divorce is horrible. But in today's legal system, my beliefs don't matter.
He's basically saying that they don't, that the legal system in Texas doesn't take into account his feelings, and that the way that, because he doesn't want a divorce, that means his wife cannot be allowed to divorce him, which is fucking crazy. It's pretty, textbook. It feels very textbook manipulator.
In Texas, divorce is permitted when one party wants it, period. So for well over a year, in the best interest as well as physical safety of my children, we've decided to keep this issue private and to resolve it privately with the appropriate attorneys, what have you, legal jargon. Now in all this, one thing I want to be really clear about is certain. True north here is that my children are blameless. Complete.
Another weird ass fucking statement. Why would your children be blamed? Why would your children be blamed for this divorce? Why would that even cross your head of your children being to blame for the divorce? Especially as we would learn later, he wasn't even there for the fucking birth of his twins. He was getting elective elective surgery, meaning he did not have to get that surgery at that time. He could have waited and gotten it later. But no, he decided it was more important for him to get the surgery when his twins were being born. During their birth, he decided to get a surgery that he did not need to take.
Completely without fault, and so we decided to resolve these issues privately.
Oh, he also tried to paint the surgery as like a life-saving surgery, which it wasn't. A life-saving surgery wouldn't be elective. It would be fucking necessary, which it wasn't.
As it's in their best interests, both emotionally and physically, to do so. Now, the other issue is, and this is something that I've kept private for likely far too long, many other people knew about this behind the scenes. Some, not all, but some of them in positions of power, influence, leverage, knew of this. They also knew that the safety of my children included keeping it private. So if you're familiar with the idea of extortion, then you know the feeling well. Now, some of these threats were so thinly veiled that I'm frankly surprised you didn't all guess immediately.
Stephen has a lot going on. I guess is the best way to say it. He has a lot going on, and that should be clear because people don't do stuff like this.
I remember when this whole shit was taking place. I feel like a lot of people thought that they were talking about his alleged bisexuality. Apparently, Steven Crowder has had allegedly bisexual tendencies. But I'm not really going to get into that. But it's kind of wild. I'm going to kind of skip all this.
Inferences have been more pernicious. Use this, those self. I don't want to get into detail.
We're probably just we'll skip through this. But it's just fucking crazy. Like, now he's fucking threatening his ex-wife. He's it's gonna be a fucking roller coaster for him. He's still gonna have fucking people defending him, but there's no real way if you're like a genuinely, just like not even like a good person, just like a genuinely alright person, to really sit there, look at this shit, and be like, oh no, he's in the right. Like, if you're really defending this shit, even a little bit, it's hard for me to really like look at you and be like, oh, you're a good person. And the fact that XQC is defending this shit is wild. Like, this is like the stuff that even like far right grifters would be able to look at and be like, no, that's fucking wrong. That's disgusting. Fuck you. And there's still people out there defending this shit.